Hi guys, it's Ivy and we're back for another video. This video is going to be on feeling behind in life because as you probably don't know, because this channel is very new, I am a late bloomer in life, and so it is something that I think everyone should talk about because sometimes we need to talk about things. I learned the term listlessness. It's the feeling of having no energy while also having enthusiasm and being unwilling to do anything about it. I believe that this whole long journey of feeling like I'm behind in life started when I was around 18. It could have started a little bit before that. I wasn't able to go to college, and I feel like college has such a big ability to shape people into who they are. I applied, I got in, I did the audition, I did what I needed to do, and at the end of the day, I just couldn't afford to go. Shortly after high school, I found that most people were almost kind of using me for what I could do and not necessarily who I was. Even though I'm a very talented person and I'm able to do filmmaking and acting and music and editing and all these cool things, it was like, oh, you're good with a camera, can you film this for me? Or you're good at music, can you make this for me? And it was never anyone fostering in me to just make a career out of it. It was more so what I can do for other people. I had this one teacher from high school who almost made it seem like I was family, and my twin sister, we felt like we were family. And then slowly as time progressed, it was kind of just if you're not doing anything for that person, then what is the point of being around? This teacher in high school really fostered my love for making movies and acting and doing all those things. But what I realized in the whole process of leaving high school was that even though that teacher stuck around for a few years, it kind of felt as though there were other students around who they liked more. It sucks because I really thought we were close. She had insinuated this thought of family and being around people who love you and people who like to spend time with you and who foster the things that you love. But as soon as I wasn't giving all of myself, I would babysit for this teacher for years. She never paid me, not once. In my mind, I was like, oh, I'm family, you don't pay family. And it just kind of sucks because at the end of the day, you look at these people who are around you, and if you're not doing anything for them, then they no longer want you. They no longer want to spend time with you. They'll bring you around every now and then for shits and giggles, but they won't keep you around for the long haul. And that really just is a terrible situation to be in, and I'm really glad that I'm out of it now and that I can see clearly. And yeah, I'm able to see now what happened and how I can move on from it. We stopped talking as much over the years, and it kind of is a sucky situation, but I came out of it learning a lot. People who have power in your life can sometimes overuse you. I think it sucks because people put you in your own place in a way where they're just you're good enough to work for me but not good enough to be the star in the show. And I think for a long time, I think I experienced what I would see as ego death. I know it's a whole topic that people talk about a lot, but ego death was one of the main things that I read about, and I feel like I've experienced it. Even at 18 and even now, it's a constant redo of ego death in a way. A few years after high school, things got really dark. I had intense OCD. I had once again in the darkness found my passion. I had given up on acting. I decided that acting just wasn't for me, and I had decided that I was going to be a musician. I've been writing songs since I was 10 years old, but something about that time where I just started taking it seriously felt like the whole world had just changed and lifted up. And so I went with it. I was I'm going to be a singer-songwriter. I got an internship at a recording studio. I kind of did 2 years of college online because that's all I could afford. And I went and I tried the music thing. I did it for 2 years. I did performances, and at some point I stopped. And I don't know why. but I still make music. I just don't share it with people as much. I think it's simply because a lot of people are judgmental of my music. They say it's too sad or things like that, but I want to share my music with the world, and I think that's something that I'm going to keep on doing. Eventually, I just have to fix what's going on mentally before I can start doing it again. If there's something I've learned on this super long journey of finding myself or trying to find myself, it's that there will always be things in the way of you getting to where you need to be and becoming who you are inside. But don't forget that that like person inside of you is the person that's going to guide you the whole way through, whether you know it or not. You probably don't even know it, and that person is like inside of you guiding you, and it's your true self, and they're there watching you and teaching you, and you're learning along the way. And I think there will always be a journey that you're on. I feel like each part of life is a trip through exploration that you learn more and more about yourself, and you become more and more self-aware of who you are. You're struggling to catch up with everyone else who is caught up in life. I have found that I know who I am deep inside, and I know who I want to be, and they're not too different. I think that people will deter you, and they will tell you things like, oh, you know, work for me, do this for me, me, and it's all about them. But you have to be the main character in your own life, because if you don't, other people will put you in the background. And being in the background is nice sometimes, but at some point you're gonna want it to shine. You're gonna want to like be who you are, and people have a bad habit of trying to ruin that for you. If you want to be a dentist, be a dentist. If you want to be an esthetician, be an esthetician. Those things are amazing. Do what you feel is right for you, and not what you feel like other people think is right for you. I've spent a lot of my 20s trying to be what everyone else wanted me to be. Everyone would say, oh, you're great at filmmaking, you should edit movies, not direct them, you know. You're great at acting, you should work at a mystery dinner, not try to be an actress. You're great at music, you should work in a studio, not, you know, try to go on tour. And it sucks when people push you to the background so much that you start losing your sense of self. But once you find it, I'm telling you, like, you'll definitely realize that, like, no matter what people say or do to push you in the background, just know that whatever you want to do with your life, you can do it. I've come to realize that. It's my life, I'll do what I want. That's my motto. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Always remember to support the channel any way you can, and yeah, I will see you guys soon. Bye.